Chioma was known across her village not for beauty or wealth, but for her hands. Her fingers shaped life from earth. Pots, bowls, sculptures, everything she touched carried a quiet elegance that people admired but rarely praised aloud. She lived alone at the edge of the village, where the red clay was richest and the wind whispered softly through the palms. At 35, she was unmarried, and that was her greatest crime. The women at the market spoke in hushed tones that were never truly hushed. They laughed when she passed. All that talent, yet no man to call her wife, one would say. Another would reply, maybe she loves her clay more than people. Their laughter followed her like a shadow. Chioma pretended not to hear. She focused on her craft, waking before dawn to dig clay and returning home at sunset, her arms covered in earth. But at night, when the village slept, loneliness crept in. She would sit by her small fire, staring at the empty space beside her mat, imagining what it would feel like to share her life with someone. One evening, after a particularly cruel day of mockery, something inside her shifted. She walked to her workshop, lit a lamp, and sat before a mound of clay. Her heart was heavy, but her hands were steady. If the world says I am not worthy of love, she whispered, then I will create my own. And so, under the dim glow of firelight, Chioma began to mold not a pot, not a sculpture, but a man. Chioma worked through the night, her hands moving with a strange mixture of pain and determination. Every curve she shaped was deliberate, every detail filled with quiet longing. She sculpted broad shoulders, strong arms, and a calm, gentle face. She gave him eyes that seemed kind, lips that hinted at a soft smile, and a posture that spoke of strength and protection. She paused often, staring at her creation as though expecting it to speak. But it remained still, lifeless clay under the flickering lamp. For days, she continued refining him. She named him Obina, meaning a father's heart, though she had never told anyone. She spoke to him as she walked, telling him about her life, her struggles, and the loneliness she carried. You would understand me, she said softly. You would not laugh like the others. When the sculpture was finally complete, it was unlike anything she had ever made. It looked almost alive. The villagers who passed by her workshop noticed it and stopped in awe. Even those who mocked her fell silent at the sight. Is this her husband? One woman joked nervously. But Chioma did not laugh. She simply smiled faintly and continued her work. That night, she placed the clay figure inside her home. She sat beside it, exhaustion weighing on her body. The fire burned low, casting shadows across the walls. As sleep slowly claimed her, she whispered, "Stay with me." The room grew quiet. The wind outside stilled. And somewhere in the silence, something unseen began to stir.